All right, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the conics and division test review questions that I have worked on. So let's start with number one. Here, basically, you're being asked to identify the vertex, the focus, and the axis of symmetry, and then go ahead and sketch the graph. So here, you're given an equation. Now, please pay attention. This looks a little different than maybe we did in class because the variable x that's being squared, it's written on the right side. So this is your x minus h squared, which equals y minus k. All right. Also, this is not in parentheses over here, but the 4p part of the equation is going to be the 1. Had we put this in parentheses, there would be a 1 in front of that. So the x minus h and the y minus k, the vertex is -1, -1, which we can locate on our graph. Then we need to find what p is, we want to identify where the focus is. So the 4p of this equation is 1. So if 4p equals 1, then p equals 1/4 because we just divide by 4. Well, now from the vertex, you're going to need to go up 1/4. Okay, or we simply take the -1 y value and we add 1/4 to that, and it's going to put us at -3/4. So the coordinates of the vertex is at -1 and then -3/4. And of course, the axis of symmetry is just the vertical line that goes right down the middle, and that's the vertical line x equals -1. All right, let's move on to another one. Let's take a look at number 4. This equation is horizontal. We know that because the y variable is what's being squared. Now, we would have seen it in our notes as y minus 5 squared equals x. It says the same thing, it's just written differently on different sides. But we also know that over here is where we find our 4p. And again, you don't see, it's a 1. It's not written, but it's 1. So if 4p equals 1, then p equals 1/4, and it's positive. So since this is horizontal, this graph opens to the right, okay? And then if p is 1/4, then we start at the original x value of the vertex, and we add 1/4. So if we're at 0 and we add 1/4, then we're going to be at positive 1/4. So the coordinates of the focus is going to be 1/4, 5. 1/4, 5. And the axis of symmetry, well, this time the axis of symmetry is a horizontal line, and it goes right through the vertex, and that's a horizontal value of 5, so that's y equals 5. This is the line, y equals 5. All right, so that's a look at those first two. So let's go to the next side. So here, let's take a look at number 5. You are given an equation, 1/3 times y plus 5 equals x squared. Now, you can see in this equation that the x is what's being squared. So this is going to be a vertical parabola, all right? And there is no minus h, okay? So the x value of the vertex is at 0. And then over here, you see your 4p times y minus k. And y minus k, the k is going to be the -5. So here you see 0, -5 is going to be the vertex. And again, the 1/3 is going to be the 4p. So if 4p equals 1/3, then p, we're going to have to divide 1/3 by 4. And 1/3 divided by 4 is actually 1/3 times 1/4. And that'll be 1/12. Okay? Now, we know p is 1/12. That means from the vertex, because this is a vertical parabola, we're going to go from the vertex of -5, and we're going to add the p value of 1/12, -5 plus 1/12. So I just converted those to fractions with an equivalent denominator of 12. So that's -60/12. That's what -5 is. Plus, and this should say 1/12. The little 1 is missing right there with the 12, but that is a 1/12, okay? And then -60 plus 1/12 is -59/12. So technically, the focus now is at 0, -59/12. And then the axis of symmetry on this one is just actually the y-axis, which is the equation x equals 0. And everything is graphed, okay? All right, we can also take a look at number 6. The equation is negative x minus 3 equals y plus 4 squared. So the y variable is what's being squared. So this is a horizontal parabola. All right. You'll notice the 4p over here is negative. That's why our parabola is opening to the left. Okay. We find our vertex at hk, minus h, that's going to be positive 3. Minus k is going to be negative 4. So the vertex is at 3, negative 4. Now, in order to identify the focus, we need to know what p equals. Well, we know that 4p is negative 1. So 4p equals negative 1, and we divide by 4. P equals negative 1/4. That means we're going to subtract 1/4 from the x value of the parabola, which is 3. So 3 minus, or I guess we could say 3 plus negative 1/4, which is the same as 3 minus 1/4. Okay. Well, 3 minus 1/4, you probably all know, is 2 3/4. Okay. But if we did it in these fractions, we do 12 over 4. That's what 3 equals. 12 over 4 minus 1 over 4 gives us 11/4. Okay. So we would call our vertex 11/4, or what's the same as 2 3/4, and then negative 4. Axis of symmetry is going to be a horizontal line at the y value negative 4, so that would be y equals negative 4.